What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another lovely edition of the DaVon Lewis Show. I'm your host. Appreciate you guys coming through to basically chop it up when it comes to professional wrestling. As Sunday night left off with a true banger when it came to night. AEW did their true thing when it came to everything that initially happened tonight. Truly couldn't ask for anything better, as I feel like Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson left it all out there in the ring square circle as they did their thing when it came to everything that transpired in that match, as well as Swerve Strickland making history, taking on Samoa Joe, the dominated World Heavyweight Champion who's been running rickshaw since December. And it's a congratulations to Swerve, as pretty much as you guys are already in the wine of things, that he officially is the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, making history. And congratulations, my brother, for officially making that under your belt, and you as well deserve, from my own personal opinion. As well, we had two phenomenal women's matches on the card. We had Thunder Rosa taking on Timeless Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Heavyweight Championship. As well, we had Willow Nightingale taking on Julia Hart, who has been her own tonight. Even though she was in there injured with an injured shoulder, she still held her own and pretty much gave a phenomenal performance when it came to tonight. As well, we had a lovely ladder match when it came to determine the new AEW Tag Team Championships. I feel like that pretty much put on a nice banger. As well as the International Championship, which we had Kyle O'Reilly taking on Roderick Strong, which I feel like that was a great technical match all the way throughout the whole entire match from start to finish. And you truly couldn't ask for anything better. Then as well, we got a little bit more physical when it came to the next match that transpired was for the FTW World Heavyweight Championship, as we had Hook taking on Chris Jericho. This match pretty much left nothing unturned, and you know that they pretty much delivered when it came to the storytelling, the tensions, the motions, everything being involved when it came to this match, as we're pretty much going to get closer to going over everything that pretty much took off from there. But look, let's get to the nitty gritty. Everything so saucy that you guys officially came here for. The 0 hour set off pretty chill, as we had Matt Sydal taking on Trent Beretta, which that was a decent match. Couldn't ask for anything better. It was a lot of back and forth, but these two really dealt decent match from my own personal take. It was a whole lot of tensions being involved as well, as Matt Sydal did pretty much everything he could when it came to trying to get the upper hand, but he was defeated by Trent Beretta, who ended up picking up the big victory. But the still of the show pretty much was everybody was chanting "We want Sue" and so many different things in between, and of course the heel turn of things pretty much coming down as things got interrupted towards the exit with a nice touch as they got ready for the next following match, which was Orange Cassidy along with Shibata and tag team action, which was a decent one. Couldn't ask for anything better. These boys put on a lovely clinic when it came to the tag team action just in general. They were in action against Shane Taylor's promotion along with Lee Moriarty. This match was pretty decent. Couldn't ask for anything better. It was a lot of back and forth intertwined. I really enjoyed this match. Couldn't ask for anything better. The conclusion of this match happened where Orange Cassidy ended up hitting the orange punch and picking up the delivery victory over Lee Moriarty. You couldn't ask for anything better with this, and it was a great feat seeing them picking off the victory and getting the fans basically excited when it came to tonight on AEW 0 hour for Dynasty. Then we got ready for the Trios Unification match, which was the AEW Trios titles, as well as the Ring of Honor Trios Championship to unify the titles, to call them the Undisputed Trios Championship. But pretty much this match was strong as you possibly can get. It was all fast and furious. Couldn't ask for anything better. A lot of twists and turns. Everybody was able to hit their high spots, and this was a decent match. It was okay. I feel like it was well deserved to be put on the 0 hour. I know I had a couple conversations with a few people who thought it should have been on the actual main card, but I feel like it was the right spot to put on the Trios title. The Trios titles had the match directly on 0 hour. I feel like that was the perfect place for it to be. The conclusion of the match happened where we ended up having a victory, as the Bang Bang Gang ended up picking up the victory over their claim and Daddy Ass in a decent match, as Switchblade Jay White was able to hit the Switchblade on Daddy Ass to pick up the victory for the 1, 2, 3. as the beef is going to continue to go on over the line in the near future. But I look forward to seeing how these boys continue to mix it up when it comes to trios action. Then we got ready for a hard hitter match as well, which I felt like truly delivered. It was Pac versus Okada. I feel like this match really delivered everything that you wanted when it came to strong style. Couldn't ask for anything better. These boys put on a nice clinic when it came to singles action. A lot of twists and turns, everything under the sun. And you know you was going to get your money's worth when it came to this match. The conclusion of the match ended up happening with, of course, where Okada hitting that lovely Rainmaker and putting Pac down for the count into a loopsy and picking up that 1-2-3. And things broke down very quickly and very smoothly as Okada picked up the victory and laying Pac at his feet. But the fans were chanting for him as things initially broke down. But Okada ended up being the victorious one, picking up the victory and retaining the AEW International Championship. Not the International Championship, the Continental Championship. Then we got ready for the next match, which was the opener of AEW Dynasty, which was Adam Copeland, as well as Eddie Kingston, along with Mark Briscoe taking on the House of Black. This match was a true deficit when it came to everything that went on. Everybody was able to hit their high spots. Everything was smooth as it possibly can be. This match went truly the distance, and you couldn't ask for anything better. House of Black was able to get the victory by Malachi Black actually hitting the poison mist, spraying Adam Copeland, and then kicking off with that lovely kick, and then hitting the 1-2-3 for the victory to send the feud into a frenzy, as it looked like Malachi Black will be the runner-up for the number one contender for the AEW TNT Championship, which I look forward to seeing how those boys put on a nice show when it comes to the next pay-per-view for Double or Nothing. And of course, things really broke down afterwards when they were trying to help Adam Copeland basically wipe the mist and everything under the sun. But we know it's going to be a great feud, just my own personal opinion. Then we got some women's action under the table. House of Black is back in the house again as Julia Hart took on Willow Nightingale. This was a great twist and turn match. It was a lot of technical moves, everything under the sun. Julia Hart was coming in here injured with her injured shoulder, but she held her own when it came to the director's match. As well, we had Mercedes Moné looking on when it came to everything that was happening and transpiring in this match, as Willow was controlling the majority of this match. But things broke down as Willow was able to hit that gut wrench powerbomb to pick up the victory for the 1-2-3. Then things really got interesting as we build up towards Double or Nothing, as Mercedes Moné came out after Willow pretty much was celebrating with Chris Statlander as well as her manager. Then things really got interesting as they had the face-to-face off, and you knew that it's going to be some good, solid pro wrestling when it comes to these two women. These women delivered a great banger when it came to New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I know that this is not going to be a sleeper when they go to battle in Las Vegas, and I look forward to seeing how things underwind and how things actually mix together, but I know they're going to put on a phenomenal performance, just my own personal opinion. The next following match was for the AEW Intercontinental Championship, which was a phenomenal one. Couldn't ask for anything better when it came to this championship. You know he's gonna get a banger, and I truly enjoyed everything under the sun when it came to this match. This was hard hitting. This was strong style as you possibly was gonna get it, and you knew that you was gonna get your money's worth when it came to tonight. I truly give a props to Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. They really kept the fans highly invested. The fans were chanting this was awesome. But underlines, we ended up having a Warlow appearance who got involved in this match. But of course, things got underway as Roderick Strong was able to hit that beautiful crossover backbreaker to pick up the victory and basically put Kyle O'Reilly down for the count for the 1-2-3. But the surprise part was having Adam Cole coming down to celebrate with them. But you knew some stenches were being built up as Warlow was sitting there basically not really celebrating with them when it came to everybody that came down directly down to the ring from Undisputed Kingdom. But you knew that Adam Cole was setting up something as he gave his Warlord this weird kind of stare, like we know something's cooking. And I truly look forward to seeing that beef being pushed or whatever is going to happen in the long run. We know the devil is going to be coming right directly straight in between the eyes of Warlow. So we shall see what happens as things are going to be continue to get built up. But Warlow looks uninterested when it comes to everything, and like he's ready to leave there anyway. But I know if Adam Cole is 100% clear to go, we know they're going to deliver the best thing that you can get when it comes to a small man and a big powerhouse when it comes to back and forth technical wrestling. But of course, Warlow knows how to do some high spots as well. But we shall see what that feud turns out. But of course, things broke down as they were continuing to celebrate as Roderick Strong went up the ramp, and he was excited about that, and he's wondering who this is going to step up when it comes to him challenging for his championship. Then we got ready for the FTW Championship match, which was a hard hitter. Extreme rules all across the board. There was nothing unturned when it came to everything that was involved, including the tables, including bats, including chains. So many different things happened in this match, including beautiful suplexes. You got just about your money's worth when it came to this direct match. The conclusion of this match happened when it came to Chris Jericho using a bat after Hook was unable to get back up and knocked him straight stone cold out. Picked up the victory for the 1, 2, 3 and put him to bed and put him to sleep. The post-match happened afterwards when Jericho was celebrating with his championship. Taz basically told him to get away from his son as things are continuing to be built up because Taz just was not happy with the whole situation. He took off his headset and he was concerned about the condition of what his son was going to be in the long run. But congratulations to Chris Jericho for picking up the FTW World Championship, as we now solely now have that actual title under his accolade. But we know it's going to be some good stuff cooking when it comes to the FTW rules. Maybe Jericho may come out with his own stipulations over time, but we shall see what happens when it comes to the rules of the FTW and also the language of where things are going to stand from there in the AEW new era. Then we got ready for some women's match action. We had Thunder Rosa challenging against the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. We had Timeless Toni Storm. This match was a lot of back and forth. Couldn't ask for anything better. All the ladies really put on a banger. You couldn't ask for anything better when it came to technical wrestling, high spots. Including Thunder Rosa was no selling most of the time, but pretty much things got underwined, and you knew you would get your money's worth when it came to this women's match. They did a decent job to keep us invested. It wasn't too much of a sleeper, but you knew things broke down as Mariah May got involved, and as well Deonna Purrazzo went ahead and interfered as well after. Thunder Rosa told her not to interfere, but things broke down as Deonna ended up getting into a brawl with Mariah and sending her to the outside, but it's setting up to a distraction for Thunder Rosa as Toni Storm was able to take advantage of that and was able to hit the Toni Storm, basically hit her with the low blow and hit her with the power the heat seeker power driver for the 1, 2, 3, and of course she had to be charioted away when it came to a true celebration. When it came to her reign, you know that it's going to continue to be phenomenal. But people were wondering who's their next competitor when it comes to Double or Nothing. I think it may either be Britt Baker or maybe Jamie Hayter, who may be making their initial return either this week or the next following week leading up towards Double or Nothing. Then we got ready for the match of the night, which was Will Ospreay taking on Bryan Danielson. They left nothing unturned when it came to the technical style of everything that initially happened. You knew you was going to get your money's worth when it came to these guys. These guys really knew how to be in their own and really kept the fans truly invested when it came to this match just by itself. The ending of the match ended up happening where Will Ospreay was able to get up the he was able to hit the Tiger Driver 91 and basically ended up taking out Bryan Danielson, basically selling a nice neck injury, acting like his injury was severe, and he was able to get hit up with that nice, lovely sling blade elbow, and basically Will Ospreay was able to pick up the victory. But things got underway as the storyline continued to progress, as it's like this might be a written off situation when it comes to Bryan Danielson, as pretty much he was basically having a whole lot of medical staff being involved and interjected, and things really got serious when it came to the medical staff and the commentary team hyping it up, saying it could just be the end of him, and he left under his own power and everything under the sun. And the ref, of course, tried to break things up, but Will Ospreay continued to celebrate, and he left with Don Callis afterwards. The next match was a decent ladder match. Of course, after everybody got exhausted when it came to the match of the night, when it came to Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson, they still weren't done basically burning the crowd out, as they got a lovely ladder match between FTR and the Young Bucks. They delivered a great match from start to finish. Couldn't ask for anything better. So many spots, so many props when it came to the ladder. So many different things went on throughout the whole entire match, and you knew a lot of things was going to break down. We ended up having Dax Harwood ended up getting busted open in the match, and things really broke down when Cass Wheeler did this torpedo suicide dive, but ended up missing and ended up crashing and burning into the table, as well as other prop spots. But the prop of the night ended up happening where FTR was about to get the upper hand and pick up the victory, but we ended up having a Jack Perry returning, pushing FTR directly off the ladder and assisting the Young Bucks with picking up the victory, as the crowd was chanting "Holy shit!" And of course, some crowd was chanting CM Punk, and things broke down as people started booing as well. But of course, there was no heat or no pop when it came to them becoming a 3-time AEW Tag Team Champions. But we know things are going to be interesting to see which tag teams are going to step up in the division. But I know we're going to get a great run when it comes to all the tag teams initially going to step up. I know FTR is probably going to take a break, but as well, things that broke down the match where the fans were chanting, please be careful, because man, they were crashing and burning like they was getting into a car accident throughout this whole entire match, just to deliver a great entertainment when it came to this night. But we don't want the wrestlers literally breaking their necks when it comes to giving us something that we haven't seen before. And then once again, we got ready for the main event of the night. The main event of the night was Samoa Joe, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, taking on Swerve Strickland. You know you're going to get your money's worth when it came to this main event. It was history on the line versus the dynasty on the line. As Samoa Joe came into his own, as both competitors came out with their respective announcements, I was enjoying the way how they had the spotlight, lowered the camera just a little bit on the angle, and basically had the detailed decals when it came to each the challenger and the champion. And I enjoyed that whole little spotlight on them once again, just by irritating and letting you guys know how everything broke down. But this match pretty much broke down fast and furious, as Swerve was able to pick up the victory with the Swerve Stomp, and was able to send the crowd happy as he broke history as being initial AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I truly enjoyed this match. Couldn't ask for anything better. They truly kept me invested as being a closeout of the night. And you know you'll get your money's worth when it came to the main event. And congratulations again to Swerve Strickland. It's high well deserved. I feel like you deserve that title. And I appreciate you for doing your thing and put on a great show when it came to everything that transpired tonight when it came to AEW Dynasty. But once again, appreciate you guys coming through to show your love and support, as things were really red hot when it came to all the matches on the card. You knew you were going to get your money's worth when it came to everything that transpired tonight. But all the while, I appreciate you guys. Post your comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, peace.